I'm so excited. Hi everyone! I get to finally tell you the exciting things that I have been hinting at in my past videos, and as you can tell, I designed bookish clothing. Oh my god! I am so ridiculously excited. So this is another Etsy stock video, and I'm going to tell you guys about the clothing that I have designed. One of the pieces is this shirt, obviously. I am so ridiculously excited, and I hope that you guys are excited. I am just over the moon with everything that I have to tell you guys about. So, I am going to be having a 3-part Etsy drop, and the first part is going to be the bookish clothing that I have designed. I have designed t-shirts and crew necks, a hoodie, there's even a mug. I'm so excited to show you guys everything. And then the second drop in a week from now, or maybe a little bit more than a week, I'll explain that in a little bit, I am bringing back my on-the-page tote bags, and I have 2 other tote bag designs that I am so excited to show you guys. And then the third part of my Etsy drop is going to be the author portraits. So I decided, instead of combining all of these different sections into one Etsy drop, I'm going to have 3 separate ones a week apart from one another, and I am just so thrilled, so excited, and I hope you guys are excited too. So before I get into everything, I'm going to first talk to you guys about the bookish clothing. So initially, I was just planning on having tote bags back, but I always wanted to do merch. Like, I always wanted to do clothes and crew necks and t-shirts that were bookish that I could design, especially with my background in fashion design. I did originally go to college for fashion design, and then I switched my major to illustration. And I also love graphic design, so with my interest in fashion design, illustration, and graphic design, working on this project has been such a thrill and such a joy, and seeing it come together and come to life is just so incredibly exciting for me, and I can't wait for you guys. Oh my god, are we gonna match? We could match, we could wear the same clothing, which is just the coolest thing ever. So my initial idea for this I read books design was originally for a tote bag, and then I sent it to one of my best friends, Emma, who I went to school with. I went and took illustration classes with her, and I always love getting her ideas and her feedback, and so I sent her this design, which I will put just a flat image of it up, and I sent it to her and I was like, what do you think? I'm thinking about it for a tote bag, and she said, Carolyn, I love it, but that would look amazing on t-shirts and crew necks. And then I was like, yes, oh my gosh, absolutely, I completely agree. I think it would look so great on clothes. But then that led me to the question of how would I do that? Because everything for my Etsy shop I get printed and shipped to me, and then I ship them out. And I basically do all of the packaging and all of the handling. So I was wondering, how would I be able to do that in a way where it's not a ton of work just for me, because I'm the only one that does everything. I photograph everything, I upload everything to Etsy, I ship everything, I write you guys notes, and I make sure that it all goes smoothly. I always try to make sure everything goes smoothly. So it's a lot of work, and I didn't know. I knew that clothing, especially in terms of, like, I have to make sure I have enough sizes of everything, the cost of shipping is going to be a little bit more expensive because of the weight of the items, and I didn't really know how I would go about doing that. But I was like, you know what, I'll figure that out. Let me just try out different things. So my initial idea was to use a company that would print the design on the clothing, ship it to me, and then I would ship it out. And I was so close to doing that, but the more that I thought about it, the more that I realized that that is way too much work for me. I don't have enough time. I barely have enough time now to do everything, and it would just be a ton of work that I really don't have the time for. And so then I started looking into print-on-demand companies, and that is something, I've talked about this in the past with you guys, I don't know if you remember, but a few of you have recommended me looking into print-on-demand companies, because basically what that is you upload the design to this company, and then once someone orders one, it gets printed right then and shipped directly to that person. So I don't actually handle the item, I just upload the design, and then the print-on-demand company, prints it and ships it to whoever ordered it. So it's very convenient. But I didn't like the idea of you guys having to go to another website to order something from me because I have my Etsy already and I didn't really want to separate my shops. Well, I don't have to, which is incredibly exciting. So if you go to my Etsy shop, you will see all of the clothing pieces that I have available to purchase that I designed myself, and I'm so excited about it because I'm using the company Printify, which is a print-on-demand company. So basically, all I have to do is upload the designs, I format them onto whatever clothing pieces I want, I pick what colors I want, so you can get this shirt in a bunch of different colors, whatever size you need. That's another thing that if I had to do the inventory myself, I would be very limited with quantity and size. And with the print-on-demand company, they will never go out of stock, so you guys don't have to worry about them selling out, which is so exciting because that's something that I always feel bad about whenever I have an Etsy drop, is things sell out very quickly and a lot of you guys miss out on things. So doing it this way, no one will miss out on anything unless one of the pieces is sold out through the print-on-demand company. I know sometimes that happens, but most of the sizes are available in most of the colors. And I'm so excited because I can also pick different colors. So I was originally just going to have white t-shirts and gray crew necks. Ooh. Here it is. Here's the gray crew neck. Oh my god, I love it so much. So I was originally just going to do these two, but then with this print-on-demand company, I could pick whatever color I wanted, and I don't have to limit myself to a certain number of certain sizes. So there is really so much freedom with the print-on-demand company, and they take a lot of the work off of my shoulders, which is a huge, huge relief, and it basically opens up the whole world of designing clothing to me and being able to ship it to you guys. They do ship worldwide, I believe. I'm like 99% sure, but it depends on where you are. So all of the companies that print the clothing that I designed are based in the US. So if you are outside of the US, they might take a little longer to get to you, and the shipping costs are done by Printify. They're done by the company themselves, so I don't really have any say in how much the shipping is, so it really just depends on the color clothing that you choose, the size that you choose, and where it's being shipped to. That's really the cost of everything. It should get to you in a very reasonable amount of time. When I ordered these two samples to see how the designs would come out, which I'm so pleased with them, oh my gosh, I love them so much, they showed up in 4 days from when I ordered it to when it arrived. So it printed it and shipped to me in 4 days, which I just could not get over. When I figured out all of the print-on-demand stuff, I realized that why not design more designs? Why not do more designs and offer more things? So then I started making a bunch of other designs that I've always had in my mind of they would make really cool shirts, but I never had a means of actually making them into clothing. And now I do, so I did, and I can't wait to show you guys everything. So basically, to summarize, I am using a print-on-demand company through my Etsy shop. So when you order on Etsy, it's being done through a middleman, so through the print-on-demand shop. So if you guys have any problems with your orders, I don't really have any control over that because I'm not the one handling the shipping, but you can let me know and I can try to help in any way that I can if there is any problem with an order that you face. So yeah, just let me know, contact me on Etsy, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So this I Read Books design was actually inspired by the tote bags done by The New Yorker. I will put a picture up. I have loved these tote bags for years. I think that it's such a clever design. I love the way that they use the typography as a graphic element. I love graphic design, and I just thought that it was such a clever idea to put the New Yorker inside the O and then have the letters of the New Yorker as kind of a design technique or a design element. And so I thought that it would be really cool to do something bookish and turn it into a bit more bookish, not just for the New Yorker. Obviously I don't want to copy the New Yorker, but it was my inspiration. So then I was playing around with text and type, and I came up with this I Read Books design. So the I obviously is in the first O, and then the read is in the second O, and then I combined the S into the K, and I am just extremely pleased with this design, and it makes my typography heart very happy. So if you go on my Etsy shop, you can see all the colors that you can choose from with these shirts, as well as some amazing photos that I took with my best friend Anna, who is an incredibly talented photographer. And so when you go on my Etsy shop, you can see me wearing the pieces, and most of them are going to be the flat lays from the Printify just online kind of generated image that they make, because I didn't order samples of all of the pieces. I just ordered a sample of the I Read Books shirt and crew neck. I did decide to take pictures of them to kind of be able to show you guys what they look like on me, and I sort of wanted it to kind of look like a professional, like when you go on an online shop to buy clothing and you see the model wearing the clothes just to see how it looks on a person. I am wearing a small, by the way, and I am very petite. I'm 5'1" and very small, so the small fits me very well. All the sizes are true to size, and they are very comfortable and nice, like soft cotton material. This one's like a jersey knit, so it's quite breathable and soft. And the inside of the crew neck, oh my god, I think one of the softest things I've ever felt. It's the Gildan company I chose because they always have really, really nice soft crew necks. Anyway, so I did decide to take some photos with my best friend Anna. She is, like I said, a very talented photographer, and so she has a backdrop that we set up and the studio lights and her wonderful photography skills. She is so talented, and then she also helped me edit the photos as well. So I want to thank Anna so much for helping me. She also just made a dedicated Instagram for her photography, so I cannot recommend you following her enough. All of her photos are stunning, and I know that it would really mean a lot to her if you guys checked out her photography. So definitely do that. I will link her Instagram in the description box. She made it so much fun, and I had an absolute blast taking those photos with her. So when you go on my Etsy page, you will see a photograph of me wearing the shirt, just so that you guys can see what it looks like on me. And then there is 2 other photos of me, one holding a book over my face, typical, and then the other one is me also holding books, just because I thought that it would be cute to have props. And just to show you guys, I did have the shirt tucked in one photo, tucked out in another photo. They're really perfect for styling in a bunch of different ways. In my opinion, you can't really go wrong with like a nice, cute graphic t-shirt. I always feel like they're really easy to style, and yeah, I just like them. So the colors that you can get this specific design in is white, of course, the one that I'm wearing, and a light gray and a darker heather gray. And I am just so happy that I can offer multiple colors. And then the other really exciting thing is I am also having a light design on darker colors. So if you wanted a black shirt or a dark blue shirt with a white I Read Books design, then I am also offering that as well. So through this print-on-demand company, it really offers so many options, and I get to sort of make it in any way that I want without any limitations. I also want to give a little shout out to my son-in-paw. His name is Frankie. He is Anna and Brian, who is also my other best friend. Anna and Brian are dating. I love them very much. They are amazing. And they have a child in the form of a dog, and his name is Frankie, or Frank, or Frankopotamus, or all the different names that they have given him. I call him my son-in-paw because he is in love with Willow, and Willow is in love with him. If you guys don't know who Willow is my dog, and so I always call Frankie my son-in-paw. So when I was taking photos with Anna, Frankie did join me for a few of the photos, so I thought I would put in some behind-the-scenes photos of me trying to get Frankie to pose with me. It didn't go as planned, but that's okay. We still had a ton of fun. So besides a short sleeve version of this shirt, there is also a long sleeve version, so you can get this same design on a long sleeve shirt, which is in the black text on white, light gray, and heather gray. And then now we will move on to the crew neck, so let me just put it on so that you guys can see what it looks like on. It is ridiculously soft. Oh my god. Here it is. Oh my gosh. It is so cozy. So Anna and I also took photos of me wearing the gray crew neck for my Etsy shop. So again, if you go on my Etsy page, you guys can see these photos as well of me wearing them. And I'm, again, so happy with how these photos came out. I really feel like they are exactly what I had in mind. It was so much fun collaborating with Anna because I showed her some reference photos of the style that I wanted, and they came out exactly how I imagined them. All because of Anna and her amazing editing skills as well. So we had just, again, so much fun, and I love how they turned out, so I hope that you guys like how those photos turned out as well and are excited. And then we can match if you guys want to order a I Read Books crew neck. Again, literally the softest thing I think I've ever put on my body. So this one comes in a few more colors. If you go to the last image on my Etsy page, you guys can see all the different colors that they come in and the different names for the colors. So you have an option of what size you want and what color you want it in. So the ones that come with the crew neck, I'm going to look on my phone to make sure that I get it correct. It comes in white, ash, which is like a light gray, sports gray, which is a bit more of a darker gray, it's like a heather, and then sand, which is a nice creamy color, light blue, and light pink. And I really want all of the colors, but I had to just pick one for myself. I was like, is it bad if I order every single version of all the clothes that I designed? I'm like, that might be a little extra, a little too much. So these, like I said, are true to size. I am wearing a small, and it is a little bit big on me, but that's typical. Oh, I also forgot to mention that all of the clothing pieces are unisex, so just keep that in mind. Like I was about to say, this is a little bit big on me, but because it's unisex, I think the sizes are more broad, if that makes any sense. So I am wearing a small. If you like when things are a little oversized and baggy, I would maybe recommend sizing up, but the pieces are quite true to size, and I'm wearing a small and it's a little bit baggy. So I really like that though, because I like when my crew necks and sweatshirts are like nice and cozy and I can just cuddle up in them, and yeah. So I like that they're a little bit big, so just keep that in mind, but most of the pieces are true to size. And then the last piece of clothing with the I Read Books design is on a hoodie. So if you wanted not only a crew neck, because obviously crew necks don't come with hoods, if you wanted a hood attached and the kangaroo pocket in the front, I did put the design on a hoodie. So if you are interested not only in a crew neck but in a hoodie, I do offer a hoodie as well, which again, I'm so excited that I'm able to do that because of the print-on-demand company. I can have more options. I'm just so excited. So the colors for the hoodies are a little bit different. It is white, ash, sports gray, sand, light blue, I think it's Carolina, but my Italian name is Carolina, so I'm going to say Carolina blue because that's just, I think it should be Carolina blue, and then light pink. So those are the colors that the hoodie comes in, and again, I really want to get myself one of these hoodies, but I feel like, isn't that stupid? And then the last item with the I Read Books design on it is a mug. It is just a plain white ceramic mug. I love mugs. I have a mug addiction. I have too many mugs. My parents yell at me that I have too many mugs. I don't care. I started using mugs to keep like, oh, this is an Anna Karenina mug from one of you guys, which thank you so much. I love this. It has the text of the first page, chapter 1 on it, and then Anna Karenina by Tolstoy on the other side. And then this one is from the Society of Illustrators in the city. So anyway, my point is that I've started to use mugs for other purposes besides drinking. So these have my lip products in them. So yes, I have too many mugs that I need to use them for multiple things, not only for beverages. So yes, I did design a mug because I felt like in my bones it would be wrong of me to not design a mug if it is offered, and it was offered, so I designed a mug. So it does have the I Read Books design on both sides. So I'm picturing myself, maybe you guys as well if you're interested, cuddling up in the cozy crew neck or hoodie, the I Read Books crew neck, and then grabbing your cup of tea or coffee with your book. It's just a book lover's dream come true. I feel like I'm taking this whole book nerd thing to another level. A little excessive, but also just the right amount of excess. So just to go over the colors that the white text of the I Read Books comes in, so the colors of the shirts that are on the white text are Athletic Heather, Asphalt, Dark Gray Heather, Black, Navy, Heather Navy, Army, Brown, Maroon, Heather Olive, Olive, Heather True Royal, Light Blue, and Pink. So you have a lot of options, and I'm so excited. I also really want to get one of these too. It's so bad. But I think that's a good sign, that hopefully if I like them, you like them, which is the main goal. And now I'm going to tell you guys about the other designs that I created. So the first one is a Protagonist, Antagonist design, and I love this shirt. I think it's so cute, and I tried to make it a little bit clever. So as you can see, I will again put pictures up. On the top in black text it says Protagonist, and then underneath upside down it says Antagonist with a line through it, and the text of Antagonist is in red. It's very simple, but I feel like very bookish, something that I would wear, so I thought maybe you guys would like that design as well. And the colors that it comes in are white, natural, which is like a nice cream color, ash, silver, athletic heather, light blue, and pink. So you guys have multiple options for the Protagonist Antagonist shirt as well. And then I did, of course, also put it on a crew neck because I can't be stopped. I want everything on a crew neck. I love crew necks. And so the crew necks come in the same colors that the I Read Books crew neck comes in, so white, ash, sports gray, sand, light blue, and light pink. So that is the Protagonist Antagonist design. Again, I hope you like it. I think it's really cute and simple, but also just, I don't know, it's bookish while being a little bit more subtle. This is very much like telling everyone that sees you, I read books. That one's a little bit more like subtle, I read books, and kind of saying that you're the protagonist, channeling that inner main character energy, unless you're the antagonist and you are proud to be the antagonist. Now, the final designs are inspired by one of my favorite artists, which is Henry Matisse. I love Matisse, so a few years ago, what was it, 2017 maybe? When Call Me By Your Name, the film, came out, I love the movie Call Me By Your Name, and at the end of it, Timothée Chalamet wears this shirt, which it's a collared button-up, and it has a bunch of faces all over it, and those are Matisse faces, and I fell head over heels in love with that shirt, and I always wanted a Matisse shirt, and there are so many Matisse shirts out there in the world, but I thought, how cool would it be if I made a bookish Matisse shirt? So, I did. So Matisse has these two illustrations, which one is the portrait of a woman and the other one is a portrait of a man, and so I decided to make them into readers where I basically redrew them in a slightly different style. I just cleaned them up a little bit so that they flowed a little bit better, and I also added a little drawing. I just drew a book underneath them so it kind of looks like they're reading, and I called them Matisse's Readers. So Matisse's Lady Reader is on a bunch of shirts as well. So the t-shirts come in white, natural, ash, silver, heather leather, heather leather, what the heck, Carolyn? Athletic heather, light blue, and pink. So I really love these as well because I felt like they're a nod to my art history self, a nod to Matisse, a nod to Timothée Chalamet and Call Me By Your Name. I really love those shirts, like I said, and I'm excited that I'm able to make them bookish. Then in the same colors you can get the gentleman reader, so that is just the man reading the book or the woman reading the book. And then if you can't decide, I did also make a little collection of them to kind of emulate that Call Me By Your Name shirt that I saw. I just wanted to have multiple of them, so it created kind of like a pattern on the shirt. Those are Matisse's Readers, which are available on a t-shirt, a crew neck, and a long sleeve shirt. So depending on whatever style you want, those are the ones that are offered. The t-shirt again comes in the same colors, except the Matisse's Readers also comes in an extra color, which is Heather Ice Blue. In the crew neck, Matisse's Readers comes in a white, ash, sports gray, sand, light blue, and light pink. And then the Matisse's Readers in the long sleeve comes in white, ash, and athletic heather. So those are all of the clothing items that I am offering for my Etsy drop. I am just ridiculously excited. I hope you guys are. I hope you like the designs. I am so pleased with them. I'm so excited that it worked out so perfectly. Just the way that the print-on-demand company is working with me and that I'm able to have it connect to my Etsy shop. So all you have to do is go to my Etsy shop is so exciting, and it really opens up so many doors for me. And what I love is that they won't ever go out of stock, so I'm able to make more designs, and I've already thinking about so many other designs for different shirts and crew necks and everything. And if you have any requests, I am all for hearing what you guys have. If you have any ideas of things that you want to be put on shirts, let me know, because the world is our oyster. We can put anything on a shirt. I mean, maybe not anything, but anything within reason. So yes, that is the clothing section of the video, and now I want to show you guys the tote bags. I am so ridiculously excited about these tote bags, and I hope you are excited as well. I did order them from the same company that I ordered them from last time, but I will get into that. Let me just go grab them. Okay, so I haven't taken photographs of these yet because I want to do that with Anna again, but these actually came after we took the photos for the t-shirt and crew neck, so I'm going to be taking more photos with Anna. That's why these also are going to be delayed. So these ones are limited edition. They are going to sell out eventually because I only have a limited quantity of them. So that's why I did want to give you guys a little bit more time in advance, just to let you know. Also, they aren't ready yet. Like, I don't have them photographed or up on my Etsy shop drafted yet. So I did order 25 of each of the tote bags. So again, limited quantity. I'm sorry. I wish that I could have more, but hopefully you're able to snag one if you want one. So the first one is the on the page design. So this is the one that I had available, I think a year ago, I was gonna say more than a year ago, but I think it's just been a year. So on this page, on this side, we have Jane Austen and Charlotte Bronte on the page, and then on this side, we have Dickens and Tolstoy. So this design was inspired by my series of author portraits, which I draw on the page of their manuscripts and the text of their books. So very excited to have these back, and you guys love this design. So if you are a classics reader like me, and you want a kind of classics-esque tote bag, then this one would be perfect for you. Also, I feel like readers, like whenever I go to a bookshop, I always bring a tote bag with me. I think tote bags were just the perfect invention for a reader because I can never have too many, and they're perfect for book shopping, and I just love them very much. They are multi-purpose. And then the two new designs I am ridiculously excited about. Which one do I show you first? Okay, I think I'm going to show you this one. So something about me is I love repeat patterns, especially when it's with text. I love playing around with text and making it exciting and interesting. I love fonts. I can spend hours looking at a bunch of different fonts. Anyway, so this one, I did a repeat pattern of the word books on one side, which I just love. I feel like it looks like a pattern, obviously, because it is a pattern, but you're using words to make a pattern. I just think that's fun. I don't know, that's probably just me. And then on the other side are spines of different books. So if you guys are as nerdy as me, you will know which edition each of these book spines are. So this one is a Everyman's hardback edition. This one is a cloth bound. This one is the old vintage penguins, which you can see a penguin on the bottom. This one is the Penguin Black Spines, and this one is the Penguin English Library, which again, you could see the penguin on the top of the book. So this one is perfect for any bookish person, whether you like classics or not. So I wanted to have a tote bag that would be perfect for someone who likes classics, perfect for someone who likes books in general, or classics. I mean, you don't have to read classics to like these book spines, so this is perfect for any reader. And then the third design is if you are like me and you love art history, then I made my design of the Van Gogh book with the glass of the cherry blossoms into a tote bag. So I made this design for my tattoo series, which I do on my Instagram reels, and I think 2 or 3 of you have actually got this design in black tattooed on your skin, which is the coolest thing. And I wanted to have a tote bag that wasn't using black ink, so I actually used it with this really, really beautiful kind of like a grayish purpley blue, and I felt like it really matched the vibe of Van Gogh. And then on the other side it has my very favorite Van Gogh quote, which says, "Books and reality and art are the same kind of thing for me." So if you are also a Van Gogh lover, or if you just like books and think that this is a really pretty design, then this is also perfect for you. And I really love the color that I chose. I wasn't sure how it was going to translate, but I think it came out really nice, and so I am extremely pleased with all 3 of these. I hope you guys like them. I am just very, very excited, as I've said about 1,000,000 times. So here are all 3 tote bags. Again, they are limited quantity, and I haven't taken photographs with them yet. I'm hoping to have the tote bags available on March 3rd, which is next Friday, but that depends on how quickly I photograph them, how quickly I upload them, how quickly I write a description, and I am going to be hand packing them and shipping them out myself, so it all takes time, but I am aiming for March 3rd, so keep an eye out. I will be uploading a little like notification on your Instagram, on my Instagram, and it should pop up in your subscription boxes as well, because I will be making a little post for your subscriptions on YouTube. So just look out for a notification from me in your subscription box, as well as something or a post on my Instagram story or my Instagram page just in general. So yes, I will try to update you guys as much as I'm able to when these will be available, but I'm aiming for March 3rd. So anyway, those are the tote bags. So excited. Now onto the author portraits. So the author portraits are going to be available to purchase on my Etsy shop on March 10th. So that is a week after next week. So the tote bags are going up hopefully March 3rd, which is next Friday, and then the on the page author portraits are going to be going up the Friday after that, which is March 10th. So just to give you guys an idea of when everything's available. Again, limited stock of the author portraits. These do sell out very quickly, so that's why I want to give you guys plenty of time in advance so that you are able to maybe set a notification or something. I will probably, I'll do countdowns so that you guys can set reminders in your phones. But yes, so anyway, the new author portraits that I have shown you guys in my past few reading vlogs and art vlogs and writing vlogs. So the first one that I have here is James Baldwin, and he is on the page of Giovanni's Room. So he is on the title page of Giovanni's Room and the typewritten manuscript page of Giovanni's Room. I am, again, super pleased with how this turned out. I ordered these from an online printer called Moo, and I have ordered my author portraits from the very beginning from them. They do an impeccable job, and they are really sturdy and just beautiful matte quality. Every time I order from them, I am so happy with the results, and I'm thrilled. So I really love how they turned out, and the colors translate so well, which is always a little nerve-wracking. I always hope that the colors transfer well. And then the next one that I have is Maya Angelou. She's on the title page and also the manuscript page of I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. Again, I'm super pleased with how she came out, and I recently read for the first time I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, and I fell in love with it, so this one now is super special, as well as I love Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin. I definitely want to read more from both of those authors as well. And then the next one might be a new favorite. I love how he turned out so much, and that is Marcel Proust. Oh my god. I have not read anything by Marcel Proust yet. Actually, no, that's a lie. I just lied. I have read Days of Reading. It's a little penguin edition that I think it's the Great Reads. Oh, I forgot what the collection is called, but I have read that. I have read some Marcel Proust. That makes me feel less bad about myself. Anyway, so he is actually on the notebook page that he wrote part of the In Search of Lost Time series on, so you guys can see that. And then on the other side, he is on the typewritten but also handwritten manuscript page of one of the books in the In Search of Lost Time series. Basically what he would do is he would take the printed out version of his manuscript and cut it up and then rearrange it, and that's how he would edit. He was known as doing these incredible edits, and I loved learning about that as I was working on this portrait. And I really love, this is a very minor design detail, but I had the page like go into part of his arm or part of his hand, and I just love how that looks. So yeah, look out for that. That's just something that I did very intentionally, and I like how it looks. And then the fourth and last new author is James Joyce, which I was telling you guys about in my recent vlog, that this is an author portrait that I did about 2 years ago, and then I never had him available in my Etsy shop before because I did it for my friend's book club. But then I was thinking I should revamp it, so I drew on top of it and darkened some colors. Now I have him available, and which I'm so excited about. So he is on the page of this notice that went out with the bookshop in Paris, Shakespeare and Company. So he lived in Paris when he wrote this, and I think when it was printed, and he was friends with the owner of Shakespeare and Company, and her name is Sylvia Beach, and she was actually good friends with Ernest Hemingway as well, and so that's why this notice went out, and it has the Shakespeare logo over here. So that was actually in the middle, but I moved it over so that you can see it and it doesn't disturb his portrait. But this notice went out saying, Ulysses by James Joyce will be published in the autumn of 1921 by Shakespeare and Company, and underneath it says Sylvia Beach with the address, which I thought was so cool, and I love those kinds of details and elements, and to be able to see that I think is really exciting. Just because it has so much history attached to it. And then the other side, it's just the original title page, which was published for Shakespeare and Company, because it says it on the bottom. So again, super happy with this one. So those are all 4 of the new author portraits. Love how they turned out. So excited about them, and I hope you guys are excited about them as well. I ordered 25 of the James Joyce cards, and then I ordered 50 of the Maya Angelou, James Baldwin, and Marcel Proust ones, just because they're newer, I wanted to have more available for you guys. And the James Joyce one, I don't know, I've never read any James Joyce. He is very intimidating to me, and I don't know how many of you guys like James Joyce because I've never talked about James Joyce. So I thought, you know what, let me start out with 25, and I can always restock him in the future if more of you want his portrait. So those are all of the 4 new ones, and then something new to my Etsy shop, but I've already had it. So it is my Red Rabbit illustration, which I had available on the other side of the Lewis Carroll drawing, but this one is just the Red Rabbit. So I wanted to have it on a bigger card because this is actually 5x7, whereas these are 4x6s. The original one, I had it on the 4x6, but I thought I wanted to make it a little bit bigger. So a few of you, I talked about recently that I won first place in the student scholarship competition for the Society of Illustrators for my painting of the Red Rabbit, and many of you guys have seen my process of drawing the Red Rabbit or painting the Red Rabbit. I did it in my final year of college, and it's my favorite piece that I've ever created ever, and I'm so proud of this painting, and so many of you love it, and a few of you guys asked if I could make a bigger version of it so that you can hang it up, and that means the absolute world to me. So of course I was so thrilled to do that, and so this is on 5x7, and on the other side it just has some of my contact information as well as the little bookish illustrations I do for my Instagram reels. And again, a nice matte material. This cardstock is so nice. It's a little, I mean, it is bendable, but it's really like sturdy as well. So perfect for framing if you want to frame. I would be honored. I would be absolutely honored for you guys to frame my artwork. It just means the world to me that you even asked for it. And finally, and then I think that's it. I think we have come to a close. This video is a lot longer than I expected it was going to be. I'm going to tell you guys which authors I'm going to be restocking. So these are authors that I've already had available that I am bringing back. The first one, by popular demand, is Jane Austen. I have had Jane Austen featured in my Etsy shop for years now, and you still want more of her, which I think is amazing, and I'm so glad, and I am just thrilled. So she's back. So that is Jane Austen. She is on the page of Pride and Prejudice, the title page and the first page. I'm also bringing back J.R.R. Tolkien because many of you guys also wanted him back as well. He is another very popular one. I am also bringing back Virginia Woolf. She is on the page of A Room of One's Own and Mrs. Dalloway. Many of you requested her as well. And then we have all three Bronte sisters. We have Emily Bronte, Anne Bronte, and Charlotte Bronte. They are back. I love those so much, so if you would like a collection of the Bronte sisters, those will be available as well. And then I'm also bringing back Sylvia Plath because many of you asked for her to return, as well as another fan favorite. It's older Leo Tolstoy. He is on the page of the Russian text of Anna Karenina, and then on the other side is the 3 graphite drawings that I did of him. So that is kind of a double-sided one where you get 2 illustrations on 1 card. I mean, you get 2 illustrations on all the cards, but they're different illustrations for that one. And then I'm also bringing back Oscar Wilde, another one by popular demand. And finally, the last author that I'm bringing back is Louisa May Alcott, and she is on the manuscript page and title page of Little Women, which is one of my favorite books ever. So those are all of the authors coming back. So those will be available on March 10th, which is a Friday. The tote bags hopefully will be available on March 3rd, which is next Friday. And the clothing, which will never go out of stock, so you don't have to worry, is available now. So if you go to my Etsy shop, then you can order whatever shirt design in whatever style you want, in whatever color you want, because the world is our oyster. So that is all from me today. Thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to hear what you guys think of everything. Please let me know what you think. If you have any ideas of future items that you would like from me, I would love to hear what you guys are interested in and what you would like to see from me, what authors you would like, different tote bag designs, different shirt designs. Let me know what you think. I am ridiculously excited and incredibly grateful. Thank you so much for all of your support. I always want to make sure that I say in every single one of my videos, especially my Etsy videos, that you guys supporting me is making my dreams come true. You are the ones that are making me able to be a freelance illustrator, supporting my artwork. If you ever feel inclined to send me something or support me in any way, you totally don't have to send me anything or do anything. Just you guys watching my videos means more than I can say, but I know a lot of people do ask me, how can I support you in some way? By ordering from my Etsy shop, that is the greatest support you could ever give me, and I am incredibly grateful for each and every one of you, so thank you so much. I can't wait to wrap all these orders and write out the special notes. It's one of my favorite parts of the whole process. I always listen to an audiobook or music while I do it, and I have so much fun doing it, and it is just an incredible joy to be able to combine my passion for fashion design, typography, graphic design, illustration, and books into just one thing. It is so cool, and I feel incredibly lucky to be able to do it and to be able to have people to share these passions with and to hopefully match now. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Please, if you buy any of the clothing pieces or a tote bag or anything, I would love to see a picture of you guys wearing them, and then I could share them. I am just so ridiculously excited. So thank you so much for literally everything. I love each and every one of you so much. Sending the world's biggest, coziest hug, and I will see you soon in another video. Thank you, and happy reading.